I said, wait a minute.
It's so positive, though, man.
we just want to win.
I like all the positivity because when y'all yelled out play win, I said, yeah, play win. And then when they said fuck a bitch and put her on, I said, oh, God. We are in it. What's up, everybody? I'm David Arnold. This is the David A. Arnold Radio Show. Day one.
Hey.
I'm very excited. This is about to be fun.
Man.
We've been trying to get here and listen to the voices that you hear. You will hear with me every week. These are my people. I want to introduce my team. They're very funny. Very close to me. I can reach out and touch her, which I can't do because there's a whole lot of shit going on right now. But I could, but I'm not. I needed to be clear that I'm not. Very funny, talented. Tacarra Williams is in here.
What's up, guys? What's going
happening?
on? What's going on?
Tacarra Williams.
Tacarra Williams.
I'm still trying to get through Tony over here dancing with his tongue out. He was
With his
so,
tongue,
he
yeah.
was
He
so
I was
light
having a
skinned.
great time.
And knew
was
all
so
the
light-skinned.
lyrics.
I rock with J-Rock,
Okay.
man. Yeah.
All right.
And the other voice you hear that suggested that song is Mr. Tony Baker. Very, very funny stand-up comedian.
What's happening, guys?
Tony Baker, Tacarra Williams. My
Hey.
name is David Arnold. Listen, you guys are listening to the David A. Arnold Radio Show
Yes.
on
Yep.
Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. This is going to be we're going to have a great time. We're going to talk about everything under the sun. We're going to go through some topics. We're going to talk about current events. We're going to talk about relationships, kids, all the stuff. We got a great team here. We got some great writers. Naima is in here. She produced the show. I'm so excited about all of this. I just want to say, first, if you guys want to call in, we're going to let you know we are going to take calls, 310-986-6610 as we get into it. Mm-hmm. We put a little something up on social media, which we also want you guys to follow us. The David A. Arnold is mine. Tacarra is TACARRA _Williams, and Tony Baker Comedy. So you can find us all on Instagram. We'll be posting and we're going to be going live all the time. But let's get right into it.
All right.
Go ahead. You can talk. What's our Instagram? Yeah, I just did. I told them everybody's Instagram. You guys want to say your own Instagram again? Did I mess it up? I didn't.
No,
it was pretty
good.
legit.
All right, that was pretty good.
You did good.
I did
you
good.
did your
All right,
thing.
now I might
really
mess it up next time, but I did my best. January 9th, we into the new year. We 9 days in it.
We
9
9 days
days.
in.
So where y'all at with the New Year's resolutions?
Oh, Lord.
You in it still? You blew it? What happened? What's going on?
I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I try to do a 5-year goal. So I am year 5. I started this goal in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So I am year 5 of those goals.
Right.
And it's just a little less pressure. It's more realistic goals because, my goals are really big and it allows me time to get to
You
them.
got big goals.
I've done the majority of them.
I got little goals. She got big. I got
Yeah, she
weak
got the
goals.
I've done the majority of those goals in 5 years.
5-year goals.
She said, because
Grown
my goals is
Yeah.
big.
My goals is
I need 5 years to
I need the
accomplish
little
these
1-year
things.
goals.
Right, I ain't doing
but-
none of
I need the
that.
5
But
years.
what I did decide to do was
Okay.
I decided to give up alcohol for 30 days. I'm going to push
30
it to
days?
60.
Not 5 years?
No,
She
not 5
she made
years.
it like it was a resolution.
Oh, no. That's a long time.
That's
I'm
a
going
thing.
30
That ain't
days.
no resolution.
It
That
is.
ain't, no, it ain't.
Yes,
That
it
ain't-
is.
It's supposed to
do
be
you
an
drink?
annual.
Do you
No,
drink?
I've been sober for 20 years.
See, you don't
You
drink and you
I've
don't
been
drink.
in jail enough
30 days.
to not drink no more.
30 days is a little. Anybody out here that drinks alcohol regularly, especially in the entertainment industry, it's
Was
constantly
you
around
drinking
us.
like that, though?
I don't think I was drinking like that, but if you performing 3-4 times a week,
So that means you be drinking 3-4 times a week.
and I have a social drink
You was
3-4
doing
times a
the
week.
drink tickets, huh?
I woke up one day and I was like, I'm just gonna stop.
She checked
I was
into
like,
the
let me
club
get your
and get her
drink ticket.
ticket.
You ain't drinking, Tony. Let me get those.
So
too.
you
don't
30
need 'em.
days. So wait, let me ask you this. So you 30 days into, you 9 days into the
Yeah,
30 days?
yeah.
So it's already been 9 days. You stopped
Yeah.
on the first. Is that
I
right?
started on the first.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So you started on the first. So you 9 days. So
It's
we're going to
different.
see a different person in about 2.5 weeks.
I think it's I think it's regular. I think it's just getting used to being on
Sober.
stage and not being
Oh,
under the
not being-
influence of
got it.
alcohol
Okay.
and just feeling that natural adrenaline.
Well, that's a
run.
good
So,
one. What about you, Tony
Man,
Baker?
I could not think of like a resolution. I was like, man, I was scrambling. I was
Right,
like,
right.
because it's always like I want to lose weight.
Right.
I want to get rid of the love handles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna do bread. I'm not. No more coke for me. No more heroin
No
this
more
time. No more heroin.
Why bread and heroin next to each
like,
other?
I'm not doing 30 needles this year. You know what I'm saying? You always scrambling. No porn. No porn. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't do that.
I'm not gonna beat the kids. You just start scrambling for something. I'm gonna let my mustache grow out. But then I was just like, and then New Year's came and went. I was like,
I ain't do nothing.
I didn't pick anything.
But did you need to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
You ain't on heroin.
Everything's going good.
You obviously been working out.
It's just I couldn't think of anything in the moment. So
Sometimes you don't need,
Sometimes you don't need nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing.
Right.
I don't change.
You just
I told you.
perfect, huh?
Let me tell you something. It ain't every day that you meet somebody who got all their shit together, and you looking at him right now. I'll be honest with you. What I try to do is not be worse than I was last year.
It's a humble
You know
goal.
what I'm saying?
I like
That's the kind of goal you got to make. Like
Right.
I went to jail twice last year.
Uh-huh.
This year, one time, I'm a better
Good.
person.
Did you
That's
really
all.
go to jail last year?
No, not that. Not
Okay.
last year.
Not last year, but the year before.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah,
Now, but no. It's little things I try to do. Like especially now, you care your kids, and I do try not to yell at my kids.
Okay.
I ain't doing that.
Which I'm.
That's a hard one to keep.
That's harder than bread.
Yeah, oh
Getting
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
But not yelling at your kids, I would rather not. I'd rather have bread than have to give up yelling at. If I could keep one thing.
So
Right.
just give me the crack. I'll go ahead and take that. I need to yell at
exactly.
these
That
I was
bread.
the kids
Because
because
the bread is always there for you.
the bread is
Yeah.
always there, and cussing these kids out is a necessity to
Right.
get through my day. So
Because they don't understand.
They don't understand.
Right.
So, anybody here, if you have a New Year's resolution, do not want to hear from somebody who blew it already, because
Yeah.
Right.
that's because I know a lot of y'all. I do a workout.
Uh-huh.
It's this thing called F45, right? Where you go up every morning. It's like a CrossFit thing as a group of people, and at the end of the year, everybody was, because holidays. When you going into the
Right.
holidays, now the holidays is over. We was all up there. When I tell you this is as sad as a group of people you ever want to see, like everybody look like they struggling still, like all the weight, because it's the new year and you want to be excited,
Right.
Yeah.
but you ain't. You're like, it's like, oh, I want to get that 6-pack. Sean T.
Oh, that
Okay, who follows me on Instagram? That's a whole nother story. He started following me. I fanned out. That's a whole nother story. When he hit me and said something, I was like, oh shit, I fell out. Right? This is what he said. He said, he posted something that just made me almost quit working out. He said, if your intense and your hustle ain't as strong on day 365 as it is on day one,
Right.
Yeah, it ain't
then
gonna
you
work.
ain't doing
That's
shit.
real.
I
Right.
said, wow.
That's real.
I just started making pancakes.
Yeah.
I
I
saw
said,
you.
'cause
You ate a Philly cheesesteak in Philly.
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Give
man.
me a chocolate chip
Philly
pancake.
cheesesteak.
How you not gonna eat a cheesesteak when you go to Philly?
You
Yeah.
in Philly?
I'm in
It's okay,
Philly.
was in
but I
Philly.
think that's okay to bend some rules.
Nah, man, it's not.
I think it's okay.
You gotta go hard.
I think it's okay.
Nah, see,
Yeah,
that's for the soft.
see,
That's for the
I feel
soft
like
minded.
I feel like you're not being realistic when you do things like
Because then
that.
that one layoff turns into 2,
Yes.
3, 7.
But that's not true.
That
that's,
is true.
That's like
For
somebody.
me, it's true.
That's like somebody who does a 30-day fast. I'm a fast
Right.
for 30 days.
Or not drink for 30 days.
Yeah, but then once you get to that point, if you didn't condition yourself properly, you're going to splurge. You're going to go crazy when you finally do get
Not
it.
really. You might keep going.
See,
But
Tony
that's my
is
plan. My plan is to
militant.
keep going. Yeah,
Okay.
Tony crazy. That's what I
Tony
think.
is.
I'm crazy.
I think because his kids are big now and he don't
Right.
got to worry. His mind is in a better place because he ain't yelling at him like
He
we
ain't
yelling at
yelling.
him.
He got his
He don't
stress
gotta
off
deal
of
with
him.
that.
He can focus
And
on his own
he
life.
got 2 boys. We got girls.
That
like
is
we in
true.
a whole
Oh,
different
yeah, we in a whole
space.
different
So
category.
you don't count,
That's
is what I'm saying.
Oh, so y'all writing me off?
But I do agree. You can't start.
Right.
And then like my wife always goes, you got to practice everything in moderation.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
The moment I have one little
Yep.
piece of something, I'm gonna
I'ma
have
keep
it
you-
every
Exactly.
single day.
Right.
I know me.
That's me too.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm telling you. That's why. So if you blew your New Year's resolution already,
We wanna hear about it.
I want to hear about it.
Come
I
on
want to
in
hear
here.
who blew their New Year's resolution. You can call us right now, 310-986-6610. The
We want to
shortest.
hear the failures.
I want to hear the failure.
Somebody said, I ain't talking to Mike no more.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the shortest New Year's resolution failure ever.
I'm leaving my ex. That's the shortest New Year's resolution.
Found herself naked. I said I wasn't gonna do this again. Why? what
She
time?
brought
is
into the new year with him. She came in with him. That's the shortest
Right.
one.
it? That is hilarious. All right,
God.
so let's go. Let's take a commercial break.
we go.
Let's do that. Let's take a couple minutes. Listen, you guys are listening to the David A. Arnold Radio Show. We're gonna be here with you for the next couple of hours. Marcus King presents Dash Comedy. David Arnold, Tacarra Williams, Tony Baker. We in the house. We got a lot of fun stuff, y'all.
There we go.
Let's do this.
Hey, on.
Go. They started to repeat it. Best Bernie Mac, man. You remember that moment right there.
Bernie Mac
Bernie Mac.
is one of
Mac.
the best ever, man.
Wasn't
That
scared
was
of nobody. I
What he
enjoyed
said.
it.
Now, do you know the story behind the "I'm Not Afraid of Y'all"?
Yes.
You know the story? You want to tell them the story?
Oh yeah.
Go on and tell them the story.
So the comedian right before Bernie Mac, it might have been more than one comedian, but
They
the,
were
Right.
the audience was just giving these comedians a hot
The
number.
blues.
giving these comedians the worst. So Bernie Mac was like, man, shoot, man, I guess I'm next on the chopping block, but I'm gonna let them know I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. So he went in there with that attitude. They were like, well, shoot, we gotta give it up to him.
Yeah.
And he murdered.
He murdered that.
And became a star.
He murdered on the original Kings of Comedy. He took
his TV show.
Man,
that's where I'm
gonna just do it.
Yeah, that was dope.
I'm sick of waiting on Hollywood. Y'all, I'm going to demand it right here, right now.
That's what it is.
With these
That's
jokes.
what you got to do with them jokes.
Yep.
Man.
That's exactly what you got to do.
Bernie Mac, man.
So shout out to the late, great Bernie Mac.
Shout out to Bernie Mac. Listen, y'all listening to the David A. Arnold radio show. Marcus King presents Dash Comedy. You can give us a call if you want, 310-986-6610. Give us a call. We've been talking about failed New Year's resolutions, and now we're about to, listen, I was on the road in Philly. So, and you know how you get off stage and you go to your room and you turn on the TV and you watch whatever the hotel,
allows you to.
All
the channels you don't like to watch at home.
Exactly.
That's what they got.
That's exactly what happened. And I ended up on this documentary, which I know everybody is talking about, which is Surviving R. Kelly. I watched all of them. I got hooked.
Was it 3 episodes?
It felt like 4,700 of them because it just kept going. Right. You know what I mean? It was so, and so I know a lot of people didn't watch it. Tacarra, you said you didn't watch it.
I was just not interested.
You just can't, right? And then Tony, you haven't seen it.
I don't have cable like that, so
like
I
that.
need to get my life in order. New Year's resolution.
Depends on the antenna.
There's a New Year's resolution for you.
Get some cable.
You ain't missing nothing. You're not missing nothing.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, trust me. This
is a bill.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Side note: why does Lifetime love women suffering? I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Jesus
Lifetime loves women to suffer
because women love to know that we're not by ourselves and we watch it.
Man.
You like to watch what?
They want all the kidnapping.
Because if you see,
abuse.
when they post, like when they have a movie or something and a woman is going through something and it's deep and it's traumatic, other women watch it to say, I'm not by myself.
Right. My stepmother, she be watching. Would Julie be watching
I
it too?
don't
My
watch
wife,
it.
she'd be at home watching
I don't like it.
She'd watching it in the other room. When I come in, she hit pause. I go, I know what you're doing.
No, what you judging
I know
me.
what I know.
You judging me. You judging me right now. I ain't even do nothing.
You come out here with an attitude. You've been watching that damn Lifetime. I know exactly what Lifetime to destroy relationships is. What
it is. So
tell
they
you that
do
right
a story about it on the channel.
God.
That's right. That's what they need to do. You need to do a movie about y'all channel destroying relationships.
Exactly.
Lifetime destroyed my marriage. Let's do that. That's a video.
I'm ready to talk about it.
I'm ready to talk about it. I finally made it through
ready
the
to
woods.
let it out. Yeah.
Because men don't have no channel for that.
Nah.
We ain't got no channel to talk about how we feel.
Right.
We really don't.
Yeah, I
we
do.
need
Sports channel.
No.
Yes,
I
you
need a
guys.
narrative where I can sit and let everybody know the pain I've been going through.
Right. We want to reflect.
Oh God.
Yes, I want somebody to.
Do y'all really?
We want
Yes.
Do y'all really? Do
We wanna
you?
get thrown
all
in
the
the
men in
van
the
and
studio right
kidnapped.
now. Do you really want? That's what's happening right now. R.
What?
Kelly got his own.
Let me tell you something.
documentary.
He did.
He asked for it.
Let
He
me tell
said,
you
"What
something.
about?"
Yeah, he did. He tried to put up a little page, which they took down immediately.
As they should.
But
Yeah.
I watched this documentary, and we already in a time of Me Too and Time's Up, and you looked at me too long, and I'm telling. So when I saw this, I was like, it was bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into the details of it, but I'm
Right.
saying that it was bad. It made you go, where the hell was the parents?
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got 2 daughters. You know what I mean? When you got daughters, I don't trust nobody.
Right.
I don't leave my kids with my wife too long. I'm like, y'all been, what y'all doing back there?
Y'all been hanging out.
Y'all been hanging out, giggling.
What's all the giggling
It's
about
too
in
much.
there?
You understand? Like, I'm really, it really make you go, what was going on? And then as you watching unfold, all the people they interviewing that call themselves telling, y'all need to go to jail too.
Yeah.
Man.
Because everybody knew. Y'all knew what was going on.
They was letting it ride.
They was let that money.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting that money.
Yep.
Now, my thing is, I think, was it Omarion? Who posted? Somebody posted.
John Legend?
I can't remember who it was, and I shouldn't even be bringing it up if I don't have the facts. But it was a singer who obviously had music produced by R. Kelly.
Okay.
He said after the tour, he gon' retire these songs, these R. Kelly songs. I said, ain't this a bitch? So after you get your money,
Right.
Yeah.
now you go. You ain't gonna stop doing them now, because if you stop doing them now, you got nothing
Right.
to say.
You got no
Right.
catalog.
Right, you got no
You got no catalog.
So, but everybody, and even still now, people still benefiting from the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so I was wondering.
It goes a long way. Money goes a long way.
It does.
People sell their soul for that.
People say, and that's what
Yeah.
you find out when you watch this documentary. That I believe some of these parents put their kids up.
But you want to know what's crazy? When I was in New York, I was living in New York, and my kid's dad at the time, he was working at this hotel,
Right.
this prestigious hotel in Manhattan.
Right.
And Usher had came in.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, when Usher walked in, there were women throwing their children, their teenage daughter, in hopes that Usher's staff would choose them. And he said he was
Choose them
so
to do what?
to go upstairs. The mothers were telling their daughters, combing their hair, so Usher's on his way. They about to come down and pick the girls, or pick one girl, or whatever the case was, and you better go up there. And and at the time he called me, and he was like, these are, 14, 15-year-old
That's terrible.
girls, and the mothers
is doing it.
was prepping like they were in the lobby waiting for
That's not good.
this person to
crazy.
come.
This is why stuff is bad for you.
That's
and
crazy.
he was just like, it blew my mind that as moms.
That you put your kids
He
out
said,
there like
and he
that.
said, all he kept thinking was, where's their father? Like, where's their fathers at?
He was at work, not
He was
knowing
at work,
they was
not
at the
knowing,
hotel.
or he quit and left a long
Yeah.
time ago.
when he realized what the mama was
what the mama was,
into.
because if the mother got it in her to do that, that's
Yeah.
why he ain't with her, because she ain't shit.
Yeah.
Right.
He said they were teenage girls, 15,
That's
16,
crazy.
17.
She ain't shit.
And the
If you
mamas
leave-
brought them there.
Let me tell you, everybody shaking their head like David Kennedy. Let me tell you something.
I
Don't
agree
be-
with you.
If a mama would bring her daughter to do this, eventually one day, she didn't
R.
just
Kelly.
have this thought today.
Right, yeah.
She been not
been
shit
plotting.
for years.
Yeah. She
This
wasn't
is
shit
just
when he met
another
him.
not shit act that she's
yeah.
done.
And it's passed down.
That's why the father ain't there.
And it blew my mind when he told me that. He
The
said,
not
this
shit
is so.
is passed down.
The
Yeah.
not shit is passed
It's
down.
passed down
Yeah.
from generation
That's
to
true.
generation.
Yeah.
And so you can't act like, oh my God, I can't believe she would. No, she been not shit
been
for a
doing it.
long time.
And R. Kelly just the one that's on the front line now.
Yes.
Because there's a
Elvis been
lot
doing
of
It's a lot of
Elvis
people.
been doing that.
Yes.
who've been doing it.
Elvis liked them little girls
Yeah.
too. Let's
Yeah, he
talk.
did.
Let's keep
He
it
married a
real.
14, 15-year-old, didn't
Oh,
he? The parents
yes.
signed over
He
permission and he
claimed
married
that he
a young
kept her
girl.
in the house till she was 18, but don't nobody believe that.
So she ain't go to school?
Yes, let me tell you something. You got kids, if your
See?
kid, and this is another reason why you don't supposed to be letting your kids, listen, I know no means no and yada yada and all that. I understand that. But you can't dress girls up to look a certain way.
Thank you.
To attract
Thank
that
you.
kind of bullshit. I got two daughters. I got two daughters. You understand? They not wearing me and my wife go through this. My daughter today, she was leaving to go to school. She had these little diamond earrings up. They was too much for me. I said, you need to take that off. Well,
Right.
I said, Mommy said, I don't give a damn what your mother
Yeah.
said. You understand? This is what I'm saying. You're
That's
going to take them off
Yep.
and you're not going to wear them because I don't know. I need you to be as
Childish looking.
childish looking as I can have
but you know
be.
what?
Right,
that
right.
don't matter. That's something
Well,
that
not to a predator.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
Because my daughter's 13, she my height.
Yes.
At 13, and we have this big issue because most of her pants are cargo pants.
Oh, yeah.
I need the pockets on the
Yes,
side.
yes.
They look like the ones
need
you
you
got
to
on.
look
I
right.
don't need you with tight pants on. She ordered a shirt and didn't tell me. It came in the mail. It's a little Forever 21 crop top. I was like, where the fuck did you think? She came home from school. I had it on.
No. Mama, you ain't my shirt. You got damn right.
I was frying chicken in the shirt. I was like, this is a grown woman's shirt. I don't know. You know I got one ab. You know I'm trying to show this one ab. I was frying that chicken in that little top.
You gotta keep
I couldn't
them
move
young.
my arms. I couldn't put it down because it was a small. But she can't wear that shirt. I done stretched it out, put holes underneath. They try, but I had
They
to
gonna try.
explain
They gonna
to her
push the
that
limit.
you are attracting something that you're not ready for.
You don't
Right.
need it.
You know?
You don't need none of that.
And and they're her little friends in school. They wear the tight clothes with the little crop tops, and she tells me the boys touch her, or the boys say inappropriate
No.
things to her. So she's attracting this by the
That
way.
kind of attention.
Right.
I need you to look like
Yeah, I need you to look 13.
like you don't know what the hell is going on.
Here goes some Barbie dolls. Go in the corner. You can still play with Barbies
Be
at 13.
kids as long as you
Thank
can.
you. Thank you.
That's and let me
Be
not,
kids as long as
very
you
true.
can.
and here's the thing, Tony, you got boys. So your job is to keep your boys
Away from
Out
our
the
girls.
predatory street.
right. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because that's the job of the man, you know,
Right.
because men become what they
Yeah.
what they see. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like,
Right.
how do you what do you do to keep
Like-
my boys, keep your boys so they not a part of this
Right.
collective that because all men is falling into this group now.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
It's like we all being bunched into, he looked at me and you automatically think something was wrong.
He texted me hi, and I just felt violated.
I felt abused.
I think it's going too far, stuff like that.
Like
Some
for
stuff
me-
is too far. Yes.
Like for me, like you got to show them stuff. You got to show your kids stuff.
Right.
You can talk all day.
Right.
They're gonna do what they see. So
I agree.
they never see me. Even I got divorced from their mom in 2012.
Right.
They never see me like catcalling women or like,
Right.
this girl right here got a
Right.
fat ass. They just don't see that
So
from me.
funny.
All they see from me with women is like me opening the car door, me, making a plate, me doing this, that, and the third.
Right.
And so that sinks in. Like they just taking it in without even saying a word. So now that they have girlfriends, I see how they treat. I'm like, okay.
Because they got it from
paid
you.
off. It paid off.
Yeah.
See, that's
There we
great
go.
that you said. I remember when I was driving in the car with my stepfather as a kid, and women would be walking down the street. He would whistle and blow. I see you. I was like, and I didn't
never do that in front of the boy.
I remember. I see you with that ass. I'm
Yeah.
like, I be sitting I'm in the back
Yeah.
seat going, I don't think this is supposed to be. I don't think this is the right way.
Yeah.
Because I got all sisters. It was me and all girls and my
Right.
stepfather. But I distinctly remember. Him.
My stepfather, so he was
blowing
married to
the
my
horn.
mama.
Yeah, he was married to my mama.
Right.
I see you with all that ass.
I see you with all that ass, Barbara.
Now you got
I'm like,
secrets. Now
all
you
right.
got secrets.
And my
He
boys
telling
never
you you
saw
can't
me
have
do
an
that.
icy, and you like, oh, I can't have a snack. Are you sure?
Yeah, want
Right.
to tell mama what you saw?
Yeah.
Because I seen you see it.
I seen you see it.
You got to give them the example, and like
That is
they
true.
never saw me doing like acting thirsty with women, so they're
Right.
just like, all right. They take because even like if women speak to me a lot, I remember one time this grocery lady was ringing me up. She's like, "How you doing? And my son was like, Dad got all the women. I was like, and that was just them being friendly to me,
Right. That's
But
not
that
you.
just proved to me they watching.
They are watching.
They watching.
They didn't see
every
you come
move.
back and take the cashier home.
No, they didn't see that.
They didn't see that part.
Picked her up
What
from
was
work,
you
then met
saying?
around
What
the
was-
back.
What was you saying? My sons was up to you? You say how
What's
I
up
was
with that
doing,
discount, huh?
Yeah.
What's up with that disc?
Y'all listen to the David A. Arnold radio show. We're on Dash Radio. It's Marcus King presents
Yep.
Dash Comedy.
Tune in.
Tune in, y'all. We'll be
Tune
right
in.
back. Let's take a break, y'all. This is a lot of fun.
We're
back.
We are back, guys.
That was Ken Jones. That was dope.
I did. I enjoyed that song.
That was really good.
I did.
Yeah, that was. I ain't gonna lie. That was.
Oh, you like that, huh?
That was dope.
Better than
That was
the
better
J-Rock
than-
win.
That- I liked it. I liked the win, but the
cussing.
the cussing and the
cussing
bitches. And,
My mama's watching
that's
this.
the reality.
The cussing.
it is the reality,
but
and I cuss.
If my mom was in here, I would have shriveled up.
My mother would have been cursing right along.
It ain't my mother that I bothered.
My
It's
mom
it's my
ain't
mother-in-law.
Oh, the mother.
My mother-in-law. Oh yeah, she
ain't
stopped
having
following me on Facebook at one
Yeah.
point. Yeah, she's like, you the cussing you be doing. is
Yeah,
too
my
much.
mom don't like cussing either.
Yeah, she don't. My mother will read the Bible and cuss and drink.
and drink.
You know, the Lord, all you bitches going to jail because the Lord ain't gonna have it. How you?
The
My
Lord
mother-
The Lord ain't got time for this shit.
the Lord ain't got time for your bullshit, David. This is the David A. Arnold radio show. Y'all listening to David A. Arnold here with Tacarra Williams,
What's going
Tony
on?
Baker.
What's up?
If you guys want to follow us on social media, you can do so. I'm at the David A. Arnold. Tacarra's Tacarra, TACARRA_ Williams. I know y'all, a lot of y'all looking for the underscore. You put in a dash and then you can't get nobody. You got to hit the return button and then it'll drop and you get the underscore.
There's
It took-
another
I
Tacarra
know.
Williams out
There's
here?
It's a lot of Tacarra Williams.
out here.
It is a lot of Tacarra
I follow
Williams.
every single one of them.
Crap.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
But I'm the
Tacarra.
first one that pops up.
Put
Yes.
the comedy at the end of your name. I hate underscores.
And then Tony
Once I see an
Baker.
underscore, I just don't even feel like going to your page anymore.
It's like a
'Cause
different
it's hard.
area code.
You got to do extra
But
button
as soon
pressing.
as you type it in, as soon as you
Extra
type in
button pressing.
TACA,
it comes
I
up.
pop
You,
up.
oh, that's
Yeah, you
beautiful,
pop up.
man. Beautiful.
And that's Tony Baker. You hear Tony Baker. We were out here talking about R. Kelly and, how it's affecting the community. Tacarra has girls. Tony has boys. I have 2 girls. So we just, want to know how many of y'all are actually, still listening to the music. How many of y'all are, putting it away? You deleted it off your
Right.
playlist.
I asked this
deleted it.
morning on my live, I said, are y'all still going to listen to Aaliyah's first album? 'Cause
Right.
R. Kelly was all up and
it
through
was
that
all
album.
up and
Right.
through
Age
that
Ain't
album
Nothing But a
and
Number
Aaliyah.
is the name of the album.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. That was
So
the
it's
first
like,
one.
Are y'all gonna stop listening?
I
to
would
Aaliyah's
love
first
to. I would love to hear y'all. If you want to call in, you can do so 310-986-6610. So we've been talking about that. And this is another thing, because both of you guys are on social media right now,
Right.
And I just started really focusing on this about 5 months ago. And one of the people that helped me is Tony Baker, who is a big social media influencer, and by reposting some of my stuff, and it has definitely taken off, and I see a difference in everything that I'm doing because of it. But one of the things that I gotta learn to deal with, which I gotta get better, is them trolls and them haters.
Yeah.
When I tell you,
they out there,
dude.
They are out there.
I have found myself down a rabbit hole.
Yes,
Yeah.
for
Cussing
an hour.
people out.
Yes,
I go to your page, I find your mama's page. I'm trying to get blocked by
Right.
My wife saw like a little thread where I was cussing somebody out. My wife came in and she's like, what you doing?
I just did that.
You did it?
I put up a post on Carlos Miller page.
Okay.
And they came for me, and I said, I got time today.
Today is the day.
Today I got
Y'all
about
picked the right day.
2 hours in, people was like, damn, you going in on everybody. I said, this is what I do.
Yes.
And people don't realize we in the airport layover.
Yeah,
I got time at the airport.
I got 3 hours to
I
waste.
ain't got nothing to do.
I got my backup battery charger. It's plugged up. I'm ready. I have the time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. They don't realize that you are dealing with people. We're comedians. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
unemployed.
Right.
Like, I ain't got nothing to do.
I got nothing to do.
But
nothing
figure
to
out
lose.
how to dismantle your self-esteem.
I got the time.
Yes.
And take your page off private. If you're going to be
If you
take your page off private.
Not even
so
private.
I can look at your sad life and face and roast the shit out of you.
I don't like
exactly
a
what
ghost page.
Yes.
You got no followers, no
Yes.
posts,
Nothing.
but you coming to me sideways.
Exactly.
If that's the person, I block them. If you have no followers, 0 posts,
If you
I
ain't
just
got no
block
profile pic,
I don't even talk to those people. No profile pic people. I can't.
Right.
Yeah. And this is what's funny. I noticed the difference between Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is these very sensitive people.
Yeah.
These are very sensitive. You know,
on Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
They're super sensitive.
They are
on
super,
Facebook.
like, because I do my little phrase, God damn. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, the Lord says, I said, listen, bitch, don't be on my page talking to me. You just met me because they're older. It's a little bit older crowd.
Demographic.
I realized that Facebook people are older, so they come at you with the more spiritual, the God said.
Yeah.
Or
political.
Or they hate
Or
you.
they get straight hate.
But on Instagram, it's kids. Everybody's 16, 17, 18.
Yes.
I just be like, take the chicken out before your mama get home. I ain't got time to be arguing with you.
Chicken
I
out before your
argued
mama
And
get
wash
home.
your dishes.
This is sad.
Bedtime. I
I
got time.
argued with a 15-year-old one time.
I just did it.
When I
We
tell
went
you I
back and
let this
forth.
little bitch have it, I swear to God, I was like, listen, you on here talking crazy to me.
I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown ass man. Put your
Right.
mama on the phone.
Put your mama on the phone?
Give her the phone. Let me talk to her.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the phone and let me talk to your mama.
Yep.
I was so hot. And she was hitting me from a dummy page. And that's what I said. I
That's
said,
what they do. They're checking up on their little boyfriends.
Yeah, put. Yeah, exactly. Do your little comments.
Right.
Yeah.
I was on your page.
I slid
and somebody said
on
something
my
crazy.
page. I put his page on my page.
Yes.
And we just shredded him up.
I'm about to do
That's
that
what you
now
do.
because
I
somebody
like
sent me
that.
a very inappropriate picture.
Oh,
and
come on
I
now.
think I'm just going to put his information up on
Put it
social
up
media.
there.
and
Put
let
the
everybody
picture
know
up there.
No, I don't want to put the picture up there. It's not the picture.
Man.
It's not the picture for the
Put
world to
his
see.
profile
No,
up
it's a whole inappropriate, unsolicited.
Blasted.
I know it's some haters listening right now.
They are. That's okay.
Listen, if you a hater, do me a favor. Call us at 310-986-6610.
If you
Only
a
the
hater.
hate. I want to talk to one of you. I want to know what makes you tick. What happened? Your father didn't play catch with you when you was a
Right.
kid. Your mama
That's
ran
hilarious.
off with another person. Tell me why you choose to get on our page. All we out here doing is trying to make people laugh.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Because they're
That's it.
miserable. People are miserable in their lives, and they just they unhappy and they what do they call them? Social media gangsters. Like, we not gonna find you.
No.
You could be whatever you
Right.
want to be.
No,
here.
exactly, and that's the
You
thing.
know?
Like I can't. In comedians, we built for this.
Right.
Like, you just met me
This is
on
our
here.
life.
One woman said, this was funny, because I do a lot of stuff with my kids and my wife on, and I do a little, playful, I have fun with my Instagram.
Y'all be having a good time.
Yeah, we having a good
little
time.
family fun. You
Yes,
know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
a little, I try to give them a little
Your page
balance.
is a sitcom already.
Dude, listen, I'm trying to
love
just
it.
do a little balance of everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I put up something, I can't remember what it was, and some woman hit me with the stick to the corny family family comedy.
Wow.
And I tell you,
That's
I
what we
went to
doing?
this bitch's page and lit fire into her ass. You understand? I said, listen, don't let this
Yes.
light skin and good hair fool you, bitch. I will destroy your self-esteem. I went through, her page was open.
Yeah.
And so
I
went-
love when the page is open.
Oh,
When
when
that
the
page is open,
I'm in there.
I start commenting on your pictures. I don't even want to go
Yes.
back to the thread. I'm on
Yeah.
every picture. This is what you talking to me, and this is what you look like.
I come into your page
Clean
like
your
it's the
fingernails.
99
Yes.
cent store. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, what we got here? This cheap, low budget ass shit.
Look at that old
cost.
dirty ass couch you took a
Yep.
picture on. Look
Exactly.
at that dirty kitchen that you keep posting up in the background. And why your toilet seat
Yes.
broke? I can
Yeah.
see all of that.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
Why you hiding your teeth? You ain't smiling
And
in
who's
none
that
of your pictures.
unemployed man on your
Oh,
couch
my
where you keep
goodness.
posting pictures? Like you let
Y'all
him-
broke up on Wednesday and y'all back together on Friday. Oh,
Exactly.
you that kind of
You
motherfucker.
that one right there. So I let her have it. She didn't expect it. Other people on my page went, "Oh man,
Yeah.
David, I didn't know." I said, "Listen, don't." Just because you
Don't
met
play
me,
with me.
dude,
Right.
just because I got a couple little videos up of me and my kids,
Right.
tussling over the remote.
Don't let the jokes fool.
Don't let these
Yeah.
jokes fool you. Them kids get cussed out too.
Right.
What
We
you think
be-
they going through?
Yes, exactly.
You think they
If
want
the
to be
kids
there?
get cussed out, you don't stand a
definitely
chance.
You want to see the real David? Let this camera go off and let you see. Because when we be making them videos, I be cussing these kids out. You understand? Like you don't get your ass on your spot and do your line. Ain't nobody in
But
this
you
bitch
want to know
gonna eat.
something else? I realize a lot of the fake pages are people that we know.
Yes.
Oh, is that
It's people
what?
that we know that come online and talk bad or just hate on us online or say like I
No.
have somebody that come on my stuff every now and then and call me a fat bitch.
No,
No.
how
Yes,
do you know
they
about
do.
them though?
Because some of the stuff that's being said, people don't know. You know,
Oh.
a lot of times it's people that
This is a
smile in
plot
our
twist.
faces.
Oh, yeah. This
and
is a
laugh
plot
and
twist.
joke with
Oh.
us. And
And then they hit
some
you with
stuff
the-
be
with the negativity.
Some stuff be too deep for somebody that don't know you to feel.
Oh, I see what you're
And
saying.
you'll be like, how you feel that way? You don't know me. You know me.
Right.
Listen, y'all, if you
You
out,
know me.
you can't be doing this. You
Yes.
know what I mean? If you ain't got nothing to say,
It be people you know,
Don't
trust
just
me.
jump on the page just to say, you ain't funny. I
Right.
always, you terrible. Then
Uh-huh.
why
Why you here?
Why you here?
Thank you.
Right.
I didn't come looking for you. It's like
Right.
people who come to the comedy club and sit in the front row
Right.
and stare at
With
you.
the ice
Right.
grill.
Like you came to their house with a gun.
Right.
You
and was
paid
like, get your
already.
ass up. Everybody
Yep.
going to the club.
Everybody
Yes.
going to the show.
Nobody did that.
Like nobody forced you here.
If you don't like it, don't say nothing. Quit
Right.
being. If you got something, do something. You put something
Do
up.
something.
Right.
Let's see one of your posts. Let's see what you got to say. No, you ain't got no posts.
He turned into Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
I ain't scared. That shit just burns
Right.
me up. But I'm getting better.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I'm
better
not.
at not cussing them out.
I'm not.
Because a friend of mine who helps me with my page, Jerica, she was like, David, you can't be because all your other people see.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like,
And
that's
people
what
always
it
be
is.
like, don't
other
give
people
them
see.
the time of day. Why
Right.
are you doing this?
Why? Because I got time. Because I'm in the
got
airport.
time.
But that's why I go to their page and do it on their pictures and stuff. I start
like
the
that.
argument over there.
I like
oh, yeah,
that.
that's genius.
I will start the argument on your
That's
stuff.
genius.
I like that.
Okay.
That's very good. Listen,
You welcome.
I appreciate that. Now,
welcome. You're
listen,
welcome.
Tacarra
A little
Williams
nugget
is
right
letting you
there.
know how to spread hate on other pages.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so it will take away from what
So
you're
you
trying
don't,
to do.
so you don't,
know?
so you don't tarnish your brand. You go to
Right.
their page
Go
and
to
talk
their
shit.
page. So you
Pee on
talking
their
shit to
tree
my
and then
page,
leave
huh?
and go back in your yard. That's basically what she's saying. This
There
is
we go.
David A. Arnold Radio Show. Y'all
Yep.
listen. Marcus King presents Dash Radio. Tacarra Williams, Tony Baker. I'm David Arnold. We gonna be here. I'm very excited. I got a friend of mine coming in the studio that's gonna hang out with us. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you guys got any questions you want to talk about anything that we've talked about lately, the R. Kelly documentary. We've talked about New Year's resolutions that have blown already, and also all you haters and the social media trolls. If you out there, we want to hear from you. Give
Yeah.
us a call.
Come on up
We got a little machine here that can blur your voice if don't nobody know who you are.
Right.
310-986-6610. This is David Arnold. We'll be right back. Y'all stay right there.
All right now.
There, that's what I'm talking about. Now that's the music.
It's the good stuff.
I feel
Brownstone.
that's what I was about
Yep.
to say.
Say it. Prove
Say
it.
it.
They talking a lot of mess in that song.
There they are.
Say it. Prove it.
Yes.
Then it become pressure.
Yes.
That's pressure.
Prove it. What's
Show
that mean?
it.
How
Show
long?
it. Thank
Say
you.
it. Prove it.
Yeah.
Why you talking to me in that kind of tone?
I just met you.
I just woke
It's
up.
too much of a tone. Your tone is aggressive.
He said, I just woke
It's
up.
super
I
aggressive.
just woke up.
Man, like, can y'all let me get the crust out of my eyes before you give me these
Before you give me
ultimatums.
all these directions in hardcore. Listen, man, this is David Arnold. You listen to the David A. Arnold Radio Show here with Tacarra Williams and Tony Baker. We're at Dash Radio. Marcus King presents Dash Radio. We got people calling in 310-986-6610. All right, we've been talking about everything. They say we have callers, or they all hung up? They gone?
They probably gave
They
up.
left? They'll be back. All right, so listen, we're going to move into this next segment because I got a friend of mine in the building that I want to get to. Listen, I was watching comedians. We was talking about comedians. And we were talking about the fact that comedians, we know how to control the situation. You get hecklers, you get people talking trash. We all know how to sometimes things just don't work out the way that
Things just don't work.
Things just don't work out the
Went in
way
your head.
that they were. So this is a segment I like to call "Where It All Went Wrong," and everybody knows. I don't know if you saw this. Do we have callers now? We do. We have callers.
Oh, we got callers.
All right, we got
up in
callers. Well, I got to go to where we got to stop and got to go to a caller.
Yeah.
This the first caller
This
of the
the
show.
first caller
First
ever,
caller.
right
So
here.
come on now.
Let's see who we got. Go ahead. Hello.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay.
You didn't win nothing, so you ain't got to start with screaming.
she went with us. That's all.
You got on, but how you doing?
There's no cash involved.
I got David Arnold on the. Oh my God! I'm sorry. Oh my God!
How you doing? This is David Arnold. You're listening to the David Arnold. You in? You're Tacarra Williams and Tony Baker's in the house. How you doing? Who am I talking to?
Tony. Hi, David. Hi, crew.
Hey.
This is Sonia and Donna from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, San Antonio, Texas.
I got a brother that live there.
I'm getting ready to go to a meeting, so I got to go. I don't say my name, but anyway,
You called to say your name on the radio?
I can't do all that. Oh
Listen,
my goodness.
let me ask you a question. What meeting you going to right now?
Right.
Going to my team's daily huddle.
Oh, team, what do you work at? What do you do?
I can't give all that information.
Oh, you work for the government.
Do me a favor. Send us a picture. Send us a picture on our Instagram. Send it to us of you stealing a stapler. Do you understand? Just not a lot. Just get the stapler. If you do that, I'm gonna sign a T-shirt and send it to you. You send me this. I need a picture of you taking the stapler, a little video. But I don't. Not your stapler. I need you to
It's
take it off somebody else's desk.
That's when it's
Off their
theft.
desk.
Off their desk.
That's
Just
when it's
get a
real.
stapler, and we're gonna sign a T-shirt and send it to you.
But can you do that anyway? Because I work from home. I gotta go.
All right, so then that's what I need you to do. Go outside, go next door and knock on your neighbor's door and run. Video
And
that.
you got to video it.
And then so when I see you,
Why are you trying to get people to go to jail?
You got to ding and dash.
Oh my goodness.
And I need to see you sprint. You need to haul ass. You understand? If you get caught, you get nothing. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna have my sister do it, and then I'll
Boom.
video her.
You
Yes.
video. This is
Send
you.
that.
You knock on the door of your neighbor and take off running into your house.
Yeah.
And
and
close
they're
the
gonna
door.
watch you through the window.
It's got to be a neighbor you not
and
cool
we,
with.
all of us gonna sign a T-shirt and you gonna send us your address and we gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I sure am.
I love you.
Sure.
Don't pick a neighbor you close to, though.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you
All
guys.
right, girl. Have a good day.
I-
All right, bye. We got somebody else.
San Antonio.
All right,
Coming out
One
there.
more. Here we go.
That's
One
all
more.
y'all
This
do.
is David Arnold. You're on with the
2019,
David Arnold
coming to
Radio
San
Show.
Antonio.
What's happening?
What up, David? How's it going? This is Billy.
What up, Billy? How you doing, brother?
Billy.
Where you
I'm
calling
all right.
from?
I want Gardena.
Gardena. Okay, go ahead.
Gardena.
You heard what you chiming in with today, man? Tell me.
With the R. Kelly topic.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, so there's been a big debate this whole past week about
Yes.
whose fault is it? Is it R.
Yes.
Kelly's fault? Is
Yes.
it the parents' fault?
Yes.
So you got to think about it. I kind of side with both, but you got to think of. I don't think people think really deep into this. So we can say it's the parents' fault because as parents, you're supposed to protect the child.
Yes.
And you're supposed to teach them, right from wrong and how to, know when a predator is around.
Right.
But you got to think. I've heard. I don't know if you guys been hearing, but I guess R. Kelly's brother came out and said that they were molested by their older sister. She was
Yes.
like 16
Yeah,
and
I
they
heard
were
all
young.
that. So let me ask you a question. So what's your point? What are you trying to say? Like you trying to say that you believe you saying it's both people's fault? Are you trying to split the blame or?
No. What I'm getting to is this. So she was 16, so she was still a child. So
One of them.
something
It was
must have
about
happened.
47 of them. One of them was 16.
He's
One
talking
was,
about the sister.
Oh,
who
the sister.
molested
Got
them.
it. Got it.
Was
Okay, I'm
still a
sorry.
child.
I'm with you. Got it.
So something must have happened to her
Exactly.
for her to. So I just feel like it's a revolving door.
Yes,
and I just feel
absolutely.
like And when things happen to children at such a young age,
yes,
it messes with them, with their mind developing.
It can.
And I know R. Kelly is a musical genius.
Yes,
but I feel like part of his mind is part of his mind is messed up because of what happened to him at such a young age.
Well, what we gonna hope is that we gonna hope that R. Kelly gets the help he's needs in the prison system.
In the prison system.
In the prison system, I hope that they have emotional rehabilitation for his ass.
They do.
Because that is where he needs to go. Unfortunately, they didn't fix it for him at home. Right. So the government and the country going to fix it for him. Because I promise you, his ass is going to jail. They're not going to let it happen. They're not going to let it happen. It sounds like an
excuse. To me, that's an excuse to say...
No. I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. All I'm saying is,
I get it.
We understand it. We understand why he may have that. That also may have nothing to do with why he does what he does. And just because you deal with something traumatic as a child doesn't. Everybody doesn't turn into a pedophile. Everybody doesn't turn into that.
We thank you for calling.
Yeah, but we appreciate you calling.
Yeah, that was a good
Gardena,
all the way from Gardena. And what is 11 o'clock? You on lunch break or you need to go back to your desk? All right, listen. We gonna move on. We want to get her in here. Is she ready? Let's get her in because I think she should be in here for this segment because she need a minute and a half to talk shit because she just can't come in the room and just be regular. Stuff. No, she gonna. Can we turn this mic here? So I want to introduce y'all. Look, her attitude is bad.
Well, look at
she chewing gum like she caught the bus here. Listen,
Yes,
you can cuss, but this is a Christian station.
No, it's not.
It is, Kym.
If it was a Christian station, you'd be set on fire by now.
This is Kym Whitley. Listen, from
Marcus. I've seen him since I had his baby. This is fantastic.
If you listen right now, you know this voice from Friday. You know this voice from.
Why don't you put him on for me? Don't need to catch
This is Kym Whitley. Kym Whitley is live in the studio. What's up, girl?
How y'all doing?
We're good.
New Year.
Happy New Year. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. I'm glad you came.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You love me, Kym. Me and Kym tour together. We do a tour together called He Said, She Said. It's our third year. We've been all around the country, and this is what it is all day. This is all that. You quitting?
Yeah, you have a parking space for me when I come to your radio show.
You do have a parking space.
It was next to the homeless people.
That's your spot. What are you talking about? Did you see the homeless man with the cardboard sign that said Kym Whitley? Now he spelled it with Keem, but
we knew what it was.
We knew what it was. This is Tacarra. You know Tony.
Hey, what up, Kym?
This is Kym.
Tony, we're trying to get at Tony, but yeah.
Kym, you done hit on 3 people in here.
Have I?
Yes, you done hit on 3 people. You've been here less than 4 times up, Kym.
I saw you the other night during the pants. Okay, now
Now we was talking about this. Is what's funny. We were talking about it. We just got finished talking about. Well, you know what? Forget about that. We were talking about R. Kelly thing, but I want to go into something else. We're talking about comedians on stage dying.
that ain't good.
Well, it happens.
You know I got a straw in my heart.
What is that?
Not just falling out, dying.
No, dying on stage. Not dying. Not
Jesus Christ.
Not literally.
Not
dying.
literally.
She almost punched you right in the
not
face.
service, right?
I seen the
like,
clip.
who done fell out there?
No. I mean, like comedian. Like what happened is Mason Pryor is the person that we talk. This is a segment we do called "Where It All Went Wrong." Mm-hmm. Mason Pryor, who is the son of Richard Pryor, went and did the Apollo, and it didn't go.
Took it in the face.
Took it all about the head and neck.
Yes.
So I wanted to know: did you see the video? Did you happen to see him?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Did you? The team, y'all saw it. Everybody in here saw the video.
Yeah.
At what point? Because normally you can tell when it starts to go off the rails. So I would love to hear at what point did you see his hand started slipping on the controls and it wasn't going good for him? Does anybody have? All right, that silence is enough.
Well, I think, you know what? When you go out with that kind of legacy,
yes.
I feel like you just I'm going to ride that.
Yeah.
And I look like my daddy.
Yeah.
Look, but
I feel like they set him up for the fail.
But is it a ride or is it a wait? It ain't a ride. It's a wait. You see what I'm saying? Like when I saw the video, he came out. They got the mic audience now.
Right.
They got the audience mic now. Ooh, look at him. Look just like his daddy.
Yeah.
Their expectations are so high.
Already.
That's
hard. That's hard.
It's the shoes to fill.
Richard Pryor is considered the best comedian of all time.
And that's why he should have gone out and done all his daddy's jokes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They got the same face.
Daddy did.
All
I'm doing
right.
a remix. I'm telling you, he'd have won. If he'd have done that thing when that little that deer was licking and done it and looked up, it'd have been over. That's all he had to do, change it to a mouse or
Well,
something.
he changed it to a mouse.
Yeah.
He did, well, unfortunately, he didn't have the wherewithal to do that.
Right.
And he went out there trying to do some jokes, and he tried to sound like his dad.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had his hand up, and he was doing all the, and he tried to, and I was, in the moment he made that choice, I went, this ain't gonna get good. This ain't gonna be good. And it started to, and he started doing Donald Trump, and then and it went south. Now this is, you know,
when it's going bad.
when it's going bad.
You feel it.
But
in
you
your
know
soul.
what? I will say this. When I first moved out from New York, and I started doing stand-up out here, I would see comedians go on stage and not do well.
I
But
don't
to
like
them,
your girl
they did.
voice.
To them, they
Stop trying to be feminine. I just saw you on stage.
But I was at the Savoy. I had to do the Savoy.
That was all. And then the dude,
when you go to the Savoy, you gotta be Savoyish.
Yeah, you
okay?
do. You can't come in there with that. You're right.
You gotta be Savoyish. But when I first moved here and I started doing comedy, I see comedians go on stage and they wouldn't do well.
Right.
But
right.
they didn't know they didn't do well.
They thought they knew.
No, they knew.
No, they knew.
Okay.
They didn't show that
Because
they didn't
would
know
get
in front
off
of
and
you.
they would be like, yeah. And I'd be like,
No.
No.
absolutely not. What?
They
That's
knew.
what y'all doing out here in Cali. That's what y'all
No.
No, that's
Okay.
called
They felt
youth
every piece.
and plowing through.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
a seasoned comic knows when they taking it in the
Yes.
face.
Right.
And
Yes.
they make it funny that they taking it
in
in
the
the
In the
face.
face,
Okay.
right. You
Yep.
acknowledge that.
You acknowledge that, which makes it even funnier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mason got booed,
But he
and
didn't do that.
he said, "Boo." I said, "Yes,
Yes.
nigga, boo."
Boo.
He was at home.
The
Yes.
I was like, this is what's killer. I saw Mason performing. This was maybe 5 years ago at the Ha Ha Cafe one
Yeah.
night.
That's why I met
That's
him
why I
too.
always see him too.
I saw him there, and he went up, and this other dude who claims to be Eddie Murphy's son.
Jesus.
I
Okay,
remember
you know
that.
what I'm talking
I
about?
remember
Everybody.
that
So
fiasco.
these two, right? They go. Mason go up, and they bring him up to the son of yada yada and all this stuff. He went up. Same thing, smaller scale.
Yeah.
Took it in the face.
Man.
When
that's me. I apologize.
I went up after him and I roasted him because I was like, we already saw Richard.
Right.
We need a new person. You know what I'm saying? And the room was laughing because I was killing him. And then he called me because he was mad.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he called you?
He
He
had the
called me
number,
that
huh?
night. He called me that night. He was like, man, I heard, all that shit you was doing after I came on stage, man. I said, listen.
That's what we do.
Keep
You
that
want to
energy
be a
when you get back
comedian.
on.
You gon' me acknowledging you
Right.
means that I see you, that we letting you into the fold of what we do as comics. You bombed. You was doing your daddy. It's not good. I told you not to do that shit. I said, don't go up change your name. Damon Wayans Jr., first 5 years he did stand-up, you know what his name was? Kyle Green.
Yep, Kyle Green.
yeah.
Because he
Sure
didn't want that
was.
pressure.
Smart.
Yep.
And then when you know that you don't go up with that pressure on you. You already look like him. I would go up as Kevin Winston.
Yes.
They'd be like, damn, that nigga look just like Richard Pryor. Don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to
Build
distance
it.
yourself.
What did
Right.
he say after that?
He didn't listen to me, and therefore you have the Apollo
Apollo.
video.
Why don't you call him now?
No, they reiterated
called
what
him.
I said.
They called him.
He thought, trust me.
How old is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 25 maybe.
Oh, no, he got time.
Oh, he got time. Now,
Oh, yeah.
when is it going off the rails for you? What about Kym? When
You know
name-
it ain't gone off the rails for me. I don't do stand up enough for it to go off the rails. I do it as it's a numbers game. The more you go up, the more chances you got to bomb.
So you go up less.
I go up less about once every 3 months.
And I kills.
I kill.
Yeah, dip out. She dip out.
Dip on out.
And then I'm out of here.
Come out.
She
Ain't
at the
nobody gonna
roulette
do
table.
all
I
that
won.
work.
I'm
Well,
out.
you're not the only, because Tacarra said the same. Tacarra said she ain't never had a bad set.
I've never had a set where I bombed the way you guys described.
Because there's a different thing. I've had bad sets. I've
Yeah.
been with David and been,
Yeah.
it's like cricket-ish.
Yeah.
Cricket-ish.
I've never had
Cricket
cricket-ish.
adjacent.
Adjacent.
Crickety.
I've never heard the word boo. I've not heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never gotten
I've
booed.
not gotten that. I have gotten, the
Indifference,
silence and
yes.
the indifference and Or okay, tell a joke back in the day, but
Right.
not really. So when you say bomb, you have to be bad
Like that's what I'm saying.
to bomb.
Yeah.
You have nothing to say. You're not engaging the audience, and you don't have punchline.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
is, or the audience
You just
is
talking.
high, like what happened to you in Seattle when we were together. Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh,
Huh?
Seattle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who, me?
What happened?
No.
Oh, snap.
Don't
Let's
try.
zoom
Okay, I'm
in
sorry.
on
Don't
this.
try.
Oh, snap.
Seattle.
dog.
Okay, happened to us.
It's-
The
yeah.
audience was high.
This shit happened
and
to
they
me.
were talking. Yeah, you were with me. We were
I
on
was
stage
with you.
together.
Snap.
And every
And the
time
audience was
you
talking.
started bombing, I took a
No,
step
no.
away from you.
But it was on your punchlines.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Oh, here
I'm
we go.
zooming in
See,
to
and you know what
David's
I'm
face
saying?
on this one.
I got away with it because they thought I was Jack A. She bombed.
Jack A. bomb?
Jack A.
227
bomb.
bomb.
I said I was
227
Christopher
bomb.
Williams. They're like, what Christopher Williams and Jack A doing
You
comedy?
was Christopher Williams?
Quit that.
Don't wake me, I'm dreaming from this
Don't
bomb.
wake me.
He said that at the
I'm
end.
dreaming. That's what I do. As soon as it start
Oh
going
my
bad.
God. That's
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
So wait a minute. So Tacarra never had a bad set. What about you, Tony? You
My
ever had-
first bad set was at the J-Spot Comedy Club in
Shoot,
Inglewood,
I don't even know if that counts.
California.
Oh my God.
That was my first time. I was like, oh, okay. And you do the hard swallow. The hard swallow. You be up there giving the surefire hits. They take the hit to the chest.
The
And you be like,
surefire hits. He
They
done pulled
took-
out some oldies but goodies.
they took the hit. They were like,
Like a hat on a vest.
man, y'all had a hard day, huh? Not as hard as yours.
You know what? I did do a show.
Oh,
I
now.
Wait a minute.
Wait, I didn't
Oh.
bomb. Wait, I didn't bomb.
Okay.
I didn't bomb. It was in Brooklyn, New York at
Okay.
Footprints with Freddie Ricks.
Okay.
That's why he
I know
has.
what
It's
you're
a
talking about.
Jamaican spot.
Oh, well,
Full
yeah.
Jamaican.
Yeah, oh, yeah, well,
Yes.
they don't like they self.
And everybody was doing, and I went up and I did about 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, y'all don't like this shit." And then I had to readjust my set according to their
They didn't
responses.
understand you.
Yeah, and then I just
You put an accent on it.
I didn't put an accent on
You
it, but I
talked
just
about
went.
them?
I
Yeah.
started
That's what you
talking
gotta
about
do.
them.
So you won.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
man, get
But
out of here with
for
your
them first 3 minutes, I was like, oh, okay.
That
But
don't
the fact
count.
that you could turn it and
Yeah.
do that,
He turned it.
some people
Is
ain't got
that
nothing to turn.
working? Yeah.
Here is the cold piece to my story.
The cold
so
piece.
I took the L at the J Spot and
Right.
vowed revenge. I'm like, I'm going back to get this revenge.
Right.
I went back, did worse than the time before. Nah, the revenge failed.
The revenge got revenge.
failed.
That
was
should be
worse
the-
than the
That is hilarious.
man. I was like, the double loss.
That should be the
Double
name of your next album, The Revenge Failed.
The revenge failed. I was like,
I remember my first time I literally took it in the face.
Oh man.
I was down in San Diego. There was a place down there called 4th and B. It was like they did this one, you know what I'm talking about? Mark is shaking his head. It's this one, it's like 2,500 seat venue. They do once a week, right?
Really?
Yes, they did this once a week. And my boy was on the show at the time. His name was Carl Banks. Carl was on the show. I was on the show for next week, right? So I go down there to watch Carl. The host said, why don't you go up and just do a little guest spot so you can get a feel of what you're going to deal with next week. I'm like, all right, cool. I went out there, not reading the audience. Went out there and started doing some new material about going to church with my grandmother.
so you went into a story right
I went into a story right out the gate.
So get this, guys.
So yeah, listen, and then all of a sudden you started hearing that. They started making a noise.
No, they didn't.
Let me tell you something. Everything went black. Like I couldn't see nothing. I just
yeah, that happened
I
to
didn't
me too
want to
one
hear
time. No, you start remembering
I didn't
that.
want to hear the full boo because it was coming.
Yeah.
Had I stayed there, the wind from 2,500 people booing you, I was like, I'm not about to be blown
Oh,
off this
man.
damn. I left the mic.
Yeah.
I went backstage. The host was back there. She's like, what are you doing up here? I said, they started to boo. I refused to
left.
be a part of that.
You just left.
I
will
walked
see y'all
out into the
next
back. I
week.
went. Well, this is the killer part. Now, this is the killer part.
Now, here's the kicker.
Here's the kicker. that night after the show, they're passing out flyers for the comedian for next week, which is me.
Yeah.
So I saw people when I was leaving looking at the flyer going, "This the nigga we just booed. We just booed him." I went outside to my car. I'd never seen so many flyers
On the ground.
with my face, with a footprint on my face. I mean, it was like people went stumped it and you know how you stump and put out a cigarette and man, I'm telling you.
That's so funny.
But this is where me and Tony's story separate.
You got revenge.
I went back next week. I said, because I called my boy Carl. I said, I'm not doing this show.
Yeah.
He said, you got to do it. I said, I don't have to do shit. I said, I'm not going to be booed like that. He said, you always going to see this audience again.
Right.
You want to be good, you got to do them all.
Yep.
I retooled my set, went back to next week, murdered.
See?
At the end of the show, old lady came up to me. I'll never forget this. She was, I don't know how, she about 112. She said, baby, I was here last week when they booed the shit out of your ass.
The shit out of your ass?
That's what she said. She said, but you came back and redeemed yourself. Good
Yes.
for you. And I remember.
And then she died right there and there. She crumbled like the end of Avengers Infinity War. She just disintegrated. Left you with that message. That was her spirit. Turn that light off.
That was her spirit.
So we all have taken it in the face. Listen, y'all, this is the David A. Arnold radio show you're listening to. It's Marcus King presents Dash Radio. If you want to call in, it's 310-986-6610. We got my girl Kym Whitley in the house. We're gonna come right back with her. We're gonna talk about what she got going on. Tacarra Williams, Tony Baker. Y'all hang out. We're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Who's robbing the stove?
That's Chris Tucker, man. That is another one. That's another. That's another big comedy moment on Def Comedy Jam. Chris Tucker jumped on there and came out and dropped fire on everybody, and nobody was ready for it.
Nobody, man. It made his career.
It made his career. 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes led him to greatness.
Led him to years of tax problems.
Oh, man. Threw that in there.
Chris, no, I love it.
4.5 minutes got you $20 million.
$20 million. And a lot of comedians go up and go, man, they only giving me 5 minutes. I can't say hello in 5 minutes. You ain't a greeter.
Right.
You a comedian. Go do your material. You know what I'm saying?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Chris Tucker, man. That was very funny. Man. Listen, but speaking of comedians, I'm very excited to have my friend in the house, the actress, the comedian, an author as well.
Oh man, she out here doing it all.
Yeah, she out here doing
out there with the immigrant hustle.
She got the immigrant hustle.
You know what I'm saying?
A book that she wrote called The Delusion of Cinderella.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't forget about it, Kym Whitley. You know why? Because you're my friend and I care about you. That's why.
That's good.
You can't
Friendship
name
is
two
super.
things that I'm doing, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and continue this. No,
She a one-sided friend.
She also created some Don't Feed Me for kids with peanut allergy. Kym got a whole lot of shit. She got eyeglass. She got
That's right, I do.
eyeglass where she got prosthetic legs. She doing that.
Wow, she in that game as well.
She doing that called kickstand. So Kym is, let me tell you something. Kym Whitley is doing it all. But
That
Kym,
is so funny.
thank you for coming out to the show. Tell us what's going on.
I'm happy to be here.
She looks mad excited. Look at
her. Look at the excitement as she thumbs
I
through
was
her
trying to do
Facebook.
a live video, but I don't like that angle on my face.
Well, that's it. You good.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There's your live video. All right, Kym is up live on Facebook right now.
Not Facebook, it's Instagram.
Oh, she's on Instagram
'Cause I know how
live
to
right
do
now.
that.
All right, so she's live right now.
live
So if you
right
follow
now.
Kym Whitley at KYMWHITLEY, you can see her live right now in the studio. Kym, tell us what's going on. What you working on? I know last time we talked, you were out of town working on a TV show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just finished a show called what's the name of it again?
I don't know.
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
Florida
Siobhan,
Girls.
Florida
Okay,
Girls.
Florida
And that's
Girls.
on
Florida Girls is on Pop TV.
Pop TV.
Network.
Pop TV.
That's what it
right.
was.
Florida Girls will be coming out in April, but it was great. I got to play a con artist and a mother.
Right.
I did enjoy it. I was just playing, but I had fun. I filmed in Savannah for 3 months.
And how did you get this? Because a lot of your stuff, I know, is relationship driven.
Yes, most of my stuff.
Yes.
It's 10% talent and
yes.
the rest of it's relationships.
And less relationships. Kim has slept with a lot of people.
Marcus
and when you
is
sleep
next.
with a lot of people, you get a lot of business.
I get,
Florida Girls on
See
Pop
how you
TV.
just hashtagged
look at
Florida Girls on Pop TV.
On Pop TV. Now, also the last season of
Young and Hungry
on
Netflix.
ABC. It's on Netflix now.
right now because
you did 5 seasons of that.
She working.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she
Young and
working.
Hungry?
Yeah, Kim is on them shows
Netflix.
that only little 13-year-old white kids watch.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
that's all it does.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them out
And
there.
the checks cash.
The checks.
It
checks cash.
It did change my whole what's my demographics?
Yes. You can
lot
tell.
of-
You can tell where people know you from by who walking up on you, can't
Who
you?
walks up on you? Yep.
Yes.
A lot of people walked up on me and they was children.
What's the story with
They was children.
I didn't like the way that.
so then tell us, you out on tour. I know me and you do a tour together that we've been doing called He Said, She Said. You've been out by yourself doing stand-up. How's that been going? Because when I first met you, you was doing a hot 9 minutes. Now you out there a hot 9. Now you out there headlining all around the country.
I am headlining.
Yes.
I am going around the country
Yes.
because of you. You're right. I can give you that.
Well,
Only
I don't know if
because,
it's because
why
of
is
me.
my live video not working? What happens?
What happened?
So disrespectful.
What happens with an S?
You paying
What
attention to this
happens?
goddamn show. You understand
What
what's going on?
happens?
Siobhan will do that. You got ADD, Kim. This is
Yes.
what. So then focus on what I'm trying to talk to you about.
You can't focus.
No, you can't. You
That's
can't
why
focus.
No. He's trying to give the interview. She like, what's going on?
I'm trying to
with
interview
the
her.
phone?
She trying to figure out why she can't get her phone to plug up.
Instagram, I keep the fans need.
The fans,
I never do.
they
Okay,
listening.
listen. You've been doing your little raggedy ass videos.
Why they gotta be raggedy?
Because I want to get some fans. You gonna stop my life?
Is the Instagram
What was
your
we
life?
talking about?
We was talking about your little bullshit ass.
So I was doing stand up. I call myself an improv stand up, and I've been doing that for years. And
Okay.
then other comedians was like, Kim, you
Improv
gotta do
stand-up.
it. Yeah, I like to just talk about what's happening. And
Right.
It's always
so
funny.
just winging it.
I was winging it, but I was making it winging
Yes,
it.
and then
you and them other dudes was like, Kim, you gotta have an act.
Right.
And I was like, why? They was like, because
'Cause you-
you want a headline and you want to grow. And I was like, I don't like saying the same thing over and over.
Right.
And I actually threw up 3 times because I couldn't
Oh,
stand
snap.
it. I didn't like the sound of my voice. I didn't like talking about the same thing, and I still hate it. But I have developed an act, and I do, going out with David for 3 years. We've had a great time. And so it's been good.
it's been great to watch,
That's
but
been-
to watch a comedian grow. That's why we grow by doing the same thing over and over and over.
That's
what
crazy.
you got.
That
That's
don't
how
even
the,
sound right, but
that's
it
how
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
you
how
get
you get booked too.
That's
Right.
how you get booked, and now you
That's how you stay married, too.
doing the same thing over and over and over, and that's what I've been
And
doing.
that's why I said,
You're like, nah.
no.
Tell us about your book. Tell us about the book that you just put out.
My book is called The Delusion of Cinderella.
Yes. Did you bring a copy
self-published.
for us to look at? No,
Did
you
you
didn't.
ask me to?
I shouldn't have to. You being interviewed.
Organized self. If I know
This is-
Marcus was
somebody
around, I'd
write
talk
this
to him. Somebody
down.
who got some sense and been doing it for years.
Kim's last
but
day.
now that it's called. You can get it on Amazon. Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble. It is a novel. It is
It is a
not
novel.
for the kids.
Oh, it's a novel. Okay.
Yeah, and what?
yeah.
And some people have compared it to what?
They
what
have
book?
compared this book to Sister Soldiers.
Sister Soldiers.
Oh,
Winter
wow.
Ever.
Yes.
Okay.
It takes you for a ride. A lot of people
get
like
this.
it's
and there's a
one
couple of
read, they can't
misspelled
put it down.
words in it.
There are a couple of misspelled words.
But you can look past that.
Just
Don't-
read
don't-
over them.
Just
Read
look-
over-
glance
yeah.
no,
past.
ain't no misspelled
You
words.
know what she meant. You know what she meant. That's all that matters.
you know
is
what she
spelling.
meant.
You know what
I
she
don't like
meant.
when
wrote
people
it
correct me on
emphatically.
social media. That bothers
and I
me.
want everyone, you go look at the reviews. The reviews are fantastic.
Yeah, oh my God.
The
You've been doing
Delusion
book signings
of-
in the cities you go to perform in.
That's right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's tough. It's tough being a comedian and an author.
And a mother.
And a mother.
And a
Today
mother.
is my son's 8th
birthday.
Wow.
Joshua, you want to give a shout out to
Capricorn.
Joshua and tell him happy birthday?
Joshua, happy birthday. Mommy loves you. I'm so glad I was able to keep you alive so far. 8 years. It's been tough.
8 years, man. That's a
Josh
goal.
he said my wife Julie loves.
She does love
She
that little
loves
boy.
that little boy. She's like, every time he come over, she talked to me about having kids.
Yeah.
Every time she
I'm
loves
Julie,
Joshua. He's special.
he can't come over no more.
You don't want a boy in the mix?
I don't.
That
It's
is
not
his
gonna happen
boy.
for me.
I asked
That's
David to come over. I said, "Can you help me with Joshua?" Well, he's the worst. I said, "You got to scare him, David."
I don't mind. Listen,
You sit and talk to him like he's 18.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach him
He's
something.
8.
Well, he need to grow up.
Yeah, that's how you talk to him.
Well, you can't be
David
around.
does
You need
his
a job.
stand up in front of Josh. We make him sit down there.
Kym, I'm very excited. Kym and we're going to be in Oakland at Tommy T's in Pleasanton, actually.
Tommy
January
T's.
25th through the 27th. So if you guys are around, me and Kym Whitley will be on there. The He Said, She Said comedy show. It's really dope. We have a lot
Okay,
of fun.
we do.
So
You know, I want to give a shout out to one of my other kids.
please give it a shout out to one of
Tiffany
the other kids.
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
If you're
Tiff.
watching, that's one of my other little babies. Met her when
Tiffany,
she
who
was
will
14.
she will be here in 3 weeks.
Oh,
She
Tiffany's
will.
coming
She
here.
will be here in
Okay.
3
Yes,
weeks. She's
that's
coming
gonna
to
be
do the
good.
show.
Crazy. She gonna be
Yes.
crazy.
That's gonna be good.
Yes.
She need to go somewhere go to sleep.
That's what she. Yeah, I
need
talked to her the other
nap
day. Yes,
in between everything she does.
Right.
Right, 'cause
They
she
should just
working.
have a bed with her. You
Yeah,
know
a
who
little
should do
rolling
that?
bed.
What's the Katy Perry?
Yeah.
They
Yes.
said they had a special dentistry.
blow up. Oh,
That's not.
Did you say a
No,
blow
like a
up
blow
bed?
up bed.
Shut up. No, they had a dentist chair or something made for her, and it was on
Right.
the coach because they said she had to sleep in between everything, and they put her makeup on in that chair. They dressed her.
Wow.
They did everything.
That's too much.
That's
And that's what I
lazy.
need, Tiffany.
Yeah, you got to get that
You gonna
sleep.
put my drawers on while I'm asleep?
Yeah,
You gonna
Let
put
me
my
tell you
shirt
something.
on?
No, I understand. When I was doing 2 shows at once, I was doing Raising Whitley and Young and Hungry.
Okay, so
let
that's
me tell you
different. I
something.
ain't been there yet.
you was terrible.
Will,
You was so sleep. It was the worst
It was the worst.
thing to look at.
It was I was so
It was the
tired.
hardest shit ever to
I would
deal
lay
with.
down on my bed and they do my makeup. I didn't give a damn. They took my drawers off, put them on.
I had to do that twice. If you go to my Instagram page, there's photos of the
Oh my
private.
goodness.
Okay, I'm sorry. But yes, the book is called Delusion of Cinderella. The show is called Florida Girls. That'll be out in April. Please watch that.
Where can people find you on social media?
Social
Kym Whitley?
media across the board is Kym Whitley, Kym Whitley. Yeah, that's
She
That's
out
it.
here, man.
Yeah, she out here.
Kym
She
Whitley
doing
is
it.
out
Kym Whitley
here.
is
She
out
just
here.
Working.
Well, listen,
just grinding for
picking up
you.
for the ladies.
do you want to hang out or you got to go or it's up to you?
I want to always act like I gotta go because
Okay.
when you act like you gotta go, people are like, oh, she balling, she
busy.
doing it, she
She
busy.
working right
Right.
now.
But
when
we
you
know.
sit somewhere too long,
Yeah.
Right.
like David does,
Right.
Like-
I'm
Ain't got nothing to do.
I'm the first at the party and the last to leave.
Yeah.
I
You
leave
can't-
with the bartender.
That's because you got kids. When you got them kids at home, you
got
hang out.
to go.
You be happy somebody watching your kids.
Yep.
And
I
only
gotta
because
get
I
all
gotta
that
Getting all that
babysitting
money.
money.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
And just because it's Joshua's birthday, and I got to send some books out to
Right.
some people,
Right.
and just getting ready for us to go to Tommy T's,
Yep.
and we're going. Siobhan, where are we going? Toledo. I didn't know I got a date without David.
No, they found out I wasn't coming and they quickly canceled your shit.
David's excited because before
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
David
go.
is
Here we go.
excited because
I don't know why.
he done went out because before he was making these little videos, he
Little ones.
sold 300 tickets.
No.
That's
Now-
a lot to me.
1875. I sold about 18 tickets.
18 tickets. Now his videos have gone out. He done sold out a half a room.
Half a room.
That's a lot.
Ain't nothing like
Half a
it.
room. That's
Ain't
That's
nothing
a lot.
like it. Let me tell you
What's
something.
that- what's half,
That's
though?
the way you want to
200.
start your show with your friends to come over here and talk about all your failures.
Yeah.
This is
No, David, I'm proud of you doing
Thank you.
good. I'm proud.
Thank you.
I see that you done got your weight down, kept
Yeah.
that down. I see
a little bit, you know.
you got an ab and a half. This is great. I like.
Don't.
No, I like the way because you started running and really
Yes.
taking care of yourself.
Yeah, people out here dying, Kym. I'm trying to see my kids grow up. You understand? I
Trying
don't
to
want them to
stay
take
alive.
my foot. That's what it is.
No, it is true. My son, this one, you know they getting older. I had a bag of marshmallows. I shouldn't have had it. I know.
You
But they
ate the
were-
You had a
marshmallows.
bag
I
of
don't know. I was
marshmallows?
Bag of marshmallows.
surprised.
People still
You
be doing
ate them.
this?
You
I
ate
haven't
them.
had
I didn't even know they
marshmallow in so
made
long.
marshmallows no more.
Still.
Was you eating them out of the bag?
She was eating them straight. Tony, like they
Look at her
chips.
fingers.
Like they
Like they
chips.
chips.
Who the hell is eating marshmallows
Marshmallow
out the
pita chips.
bag? The last time I had a marshmallow. It was attached to a cup of cocoa. You ain't supposed to be just.
Because I was about to make him some hot chocolate.
I want to know how big they were, the little ones or the big?
It was the little
The
one.
mini
okay.
ones.
All right,
the mini
thank God.
ones.
Thank God.
Which means you had to make more bad choices because you kept taking so many out.
Once you pop,
No,
you
you're right.
can't stop.
No, you can't, and I couldn't. And my son came by, and Joshua, he came and snatched the bag out my hand.
Because he
Man.
had enough.
He did.
He
He
was like,
said,
I don't
"That's
want to lose
enough."
you like
He
that.
said, that's enough.
He said, "I don't want you to lose a foot." That's what he said. He took the bag and he threw it up in the pantry. I couldn't believe it.
He said, don't let me see you up in there no more.
But he was right.
Because
He
that's
was
what I-
right. He
that's
was
what I
right.
do
But
to
he was
him.
right. Yeah, he was right.
That's
couldn't
very
believe
You
funny.
taught him well. That's
Yeah,
all.
he did.
He gonna
teach
take
him
because
well,
he's the
man.
one that
Take
got to
care of
take
you.
care of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Soon
You
as
understand?
his bedtime came, I
Right.
went down and got the
You finished the bag and stuffed the bag
She
down
put
in
it
the trash
the
right
trash.
after
can
that.
where can't nobody see that you ate all the damn
No, she
marshmallows.
took it outside to the garbage.
that
Yeah, she took
outside.
them outside.
We got Kym Whitley in the house,
Yeah.
y'all. Y'all listening to the David A. Arnold radio show. Marcus
What's up,
King
what's
presents
up?
Dash Comedy with Kym Whitley, Tacarra Williams.
Hey.
Tony Baker is in the house. We're going to be right back, y'all. Hang in there. We got more show to go.
Got you,
All right, see y'all. All right.
We're back. George Lopez.
We are back.
We are back.
George Lopez brought us in.
George Lopez dropping that fire.
Yeah, I'm a fan of George Lopez, man.
I saw George Lopez when Rodney Perry, who's a good friend of mine, was opening up for him at the Ice House in Pasadena. And he used to George would always go up there and do the main room. Rodney was his opening act.
Wow.
And he was fire.
Yeah. George was dope, man.
George is fire. I love his stories of him fighting with Carlos Mencia. He went in there and slapped the shit out of Carlos Mencia one day. Remember that? Anybody remember that?
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
They fought?
And they wasn't no fight. He slapped the shit out of him and walked off.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I've never seen nothing like it in my life. I was like, damn.
He slapped Carlos Mencia?
Carlos was doing a version of his joke, and George said, we're not going to have a whole lot of, I don't want to make a big deal out of it.
Right.
And slapped him and walked away. And I said,
As a man, that
like,
is
and I never, yeah.
bruising.
And that was like, and he immediately changed his act.
Wow.
So, yeah.
he's really a joke thief out here.
He's known. I mean, they have videos where you can go
Yeah.
on and like literally look at. They'll show him do a clip,
Right.
and then show the clip from the originator right after it.
Okay.
Right.
If you go on YouTube and you put in Carlos Mencia steals jokes, it's a ton of it's a ton of stuff. Give me.
Hi, beautiful.
All right, Kym
All right,
Whitley.
Kim, we love you.
Kim
Whitley.
is leaving the
We'll
building.
say goodbye on there.
Dimples
We do what we
herself
want to
is
do
leaving.
around here. Ain't no
Dipping
traditional
out.
stuff.
She dipping out.
Kim is leaving, y'all. If y'all want to follow, what's your
She
address,
out here
Kim? You want me to give out
dipping
your
out.
address? Can I give out your address? People might just want to come by and say hello. Because you got a new house, you got a pool. You should go over there and swim. Kim she don't know. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, thanks for coming. Kim Whitley is Kim.
Hi, beautiful.
Kim, yeah, it was very good, Kim. All right, it's over. Siobhan, make sure Kim take her medicine. All right, I love you. This is David Arnold. Listen, if you guys want to follow us on social media, you can do so at the David A. Arnold. Tacarra is TACARRA _
Williams. Just
Williams.
type in Tacarra.
All right, and Tony
Tacarra
Baker.
Williams.
She said if you just type in Tacarra, I didn't know the TAC. I was doing TACC,
A lot of people do that.
and I was messing it up.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find you.
Her
So
name
then,
is pretty tricky.
Everybody, a lot of people do TACCARA
yes.
or TOCC.
I always
Yes.
want to give you the O in your name. That's my fumble.
Nope,
with your
don't-
name.
I don't
always
want it.
want to throw the O in there.
She said, I don't want it.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't want it. So the holidays is over. We done, people's Christmas trees is down, but one of the things
Mine ain't.
Mine is still up.
Mine is
No,
still
it
up.
ain't.
Fight me.
That's
Mine
a
is
whole.
still up.
That's a
Mine is still up.
when do you take the tree?
I'm
Why
not
black
taking it
people's
down.
tree
When I feel
always
like
gotta
it.
I'm
be
not
up
taking it down.
into Yo, it's Easter and you got trees.
Yes.
You
When
got
I
presents.
feel like it. When I feel
Is that
My
like
what
it.
you
tree
taking
is
down?
a part of the family right now.
Is that what
Yeah.
is it a real tree?
Nah.
No, mine ain't real. That's
Oh,
why.
but that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
So
I
you-
had a real tree. I had pines up until the next Christmas. Little
Yes.
needles all over the house. I'm
The
not
needles
doing that.
never go anywhere.
My kids ain't never seen a real tree in our house.
I'm not doing that. No, we have one.
We got
I'm not
two
doing
fake trees.
Yeah, we always did the fake
Yes.
for the boys. So
Yeah,
all
ain't
they
no
know is
need
the
for
fake.
no real tree.
I don't think I had a real tree since the 80s, to be honest with you.
I didn't know they were still doing real trees.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
like
lots
for real,
be
for real.
full out here.
You had a real tree?
They smell
yeah,
great.
they
They smell fantastic.
great, but they also got candles that smell like that at the.
That's true.
So put this fake tree up and light this candle. Shut up.
Exactly what you do.
You're
Put
absolutely
a fake
right.
tree up, light
Shut
that
it
little
out.
pine candle.
Absolutely right.
That's exactly how you do it. Because ain't nobody gonna be taking them little needles out. No, I ain't got no.
Yeah, the needles be chilling.
I was looking at a video the other day. They had a bunch of videos of bad Santas. You know how they got the Santas that go out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, were they fighting?
They were. You saw it.
Santa's got to make
I was
ends
rooting for the
meet,
black
man.
ones.
They got
I
to
was
make a
rooting for the
living.
black
They
ones.
was fighting in the street.
Yes.
This is the one I saw.
Drunk.
They was drunk. All of them was in Santa outfits. The video was shot 3 days ago, so they should have been out of this shit long time ago. They was fighting in the street, and I was like, what? Who? How?
Right.
How? First of all, how all y'all get in the Santa suit at the same time and
They
get
was
in
on
the same
clearance.
place?
It's after the holidays.
I guess that's what it is. After the holidays, everybody
Right.
bought Santa suits for 75% off.
Right.
They've been out there drinking and they was fighting in the streets. Now,
I want to know what set it off.
huh?
I'm the real Santa.
I want to know the
Santa's
setup.
black. No, Santa's
No, it was an
No, you
argument.
can call me Chris Kringle, dog. You know what I'm saying? You refer to me as Chris.
You gonna put some respect on my name.
When I'm in this suit, you talk to me.
You talk to me
When
with
I'm in
respect.
this suit,
When I'm wearing this
Y'all
suit.
are just elves. I'm the real Santa.
I'm the argument over the names of the
I don't
reindeer.
care what my wife
Right.
told you. When I wear the Santa suit,
You ain't gonna pull up calling your call Donder, okay?
I want some respect.
Respect.
They had Santas lose it. They had a article and they had videos of a bunch of Santas that actually lost it in the store. And there was a Santa who was, I think it was in New York, and it was a Santa and he was sitting with the kids. You saw this? And I guess they thought it was gunfire.
Oh wow.
I guess they thought it was gunfire. And he commenced to cussing everybody out. Get the fuck out the way, everybody get out. Like he literally threw.
Did he sling the kids off of them?
Yes, he took off the beard, took off the whole
The
get up,
whole charade.
and immediately took off and left everybody. He didn't try to. No women and children was
Right.
on his
that's
list.
not
You
that
know
one
how
in the job
devastated the
description.
kids were?
The kid.
It was in that moment they knew Santa is not real.
That's it. All came
and
up.
he's scared of bullets.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
And everybody
But
was
you know what?
upset.
That's a good topic to talk about. Do you
Yes.
tell your kids that Santa isn't real?
That's where we was headed.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something, Takara. Let me tell you
We
something, Takara.
connected. That's all it
when I
means.
tell
We
you-
That's where we
connected.
was
When
at.
I tell you professionalism and you're good. It's your
But
middle name.
you didn't even read this,
I
but
mean,
you want to tell
you
me
didn't
what
read, you didn't read the document,
I don't
but you
need to.
just
Do
knew
you see what I'm saying? I
where we
don't
was
even-
going.
I don't even need
Let me
to.
tell you something. For now, don't give Takara shit. Just let her walk in and let her feel her way through the topics. Because I got a feeling she's going to be 3 steps ahead of everybody.
He said that's where we was
That's
at.
But
exactly
did you
where
see
we
his
was
face?
at.
His face.
His eyes, he
Can I
was
talk?
dead behind the eyes.
Can I
That's
talk?
where we was at.
Who's the one that's standing at the end of the table? Can I talk, please?
Shit. No, I thought it was great because it was that like, yeah, that's where we going. So shit, I guess we might as well move on.
I guess we here.
We here now. Wait, do you?
Oh, that's so funny.
Because me and my wife have, and this is the after Christmas holiday topic. I know it's over. A lot of y'all listening going, Christmas is over. This is what this topic is a 75% off topic. It's after the holiday.
Ain't
You
that no
understand?
topic here?
Ain't that this is what happened because first of all, people still got your tree up.
Yep.
2 of them. I'm looking at 2 of them.
Yeah, tree is up.
Tree is
And
up. So that
it's
means
lit.
if
Lights on,
anybody
lights
got
Light is on.
my light now, my tree is gone, but my lights is outside. My lights and
Okay.
my rain, they still outside. I'm
That's
not getting them
year-round?
to. No, I'm just not gonna do that till the weather change. You know,
Okay.
this is disrespectful weather to be out there taking down lights.
Right.
But me and my wife, we had this argument about next year and these Santas and this. And, we got the Santa, we got the elf on the shelf.
Right.
You like to see it's too much.
love
And
it.
then I not only didn't want the elf on the shelf, she went and got another one.
Yeah, I
so
got a-
now it's 2 of them.
What's the elf
I
on
got a
the
little
shelf?
black one too.
I think ours is black. I think they black.
They're
I
cute.
can't.
I love
I try not to look at them in the eye. Just in case the shit is real. I look in their direction, but like this is the thing. The elf on the shelf is these elves that supposedly you leave them out to be 30 days before Christmas. And then, you move them around the house.
Right.
So when the kids wake up, they're in a different place.
Oh, that's creepy.
Exactly. Yeah. And so now I got an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old. Ashlyn, she believing still. And I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
Because you're too old to still be believing. You understand? I need you. She's 11.
11.
She 11. Going, look where the elves are. I go, you can't tell they plastic still?
Still?
Like it's still like
You can't tell?
And my wife was trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to tell these kids the truth.
It's fun, man.
I don't know.
Let's have fun.
I don't know.
So your kids still believe?
My youngest does.
And how old is youngest?
She's 4.
That's okay.
But
4
some
is
parents,
good.
like if I posted up, we took a picture with Santa, the trolls come. What
Here
Santa
come.
ain't real. You bought them gifts. It's about imagination. That's what's
Yes.
wrong with a lot of kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Is they growing up too fast. I want her imagination to run.
I want the kids
its
to
course.
be kids as long as
That's
they
what I'm
can, because
saying.
they coming at adulthood is coming
Forever.
and
Yeah.
it's trash.
Yeah, it's
Adulthood is the
And it's
bullshit
so trash.
that's coming for them.
That's
Let
true.
them dwell in childhood as long as they can.
yes.
Because when it come, it don't never go away.
Yeah. It's not gonna
Man,
leave you.
You can't
Yeah.
never go
adulthood
back.
is here to stay.
So when do you tell anybody, anybody out here listening too, if you want to call in 310-986-6610, when is the time to
Man.
tell the kids that
Well,
it's
we gotta-
over?
we gotta-
We
about
used
90
to do
seconds.
we put out
90
the fake
seconds.
snow with the fake
That's
deer
what I do.
footprints.
Yep.
We did all that.
I did all that.
Really?
I
Yep.
still do
Like,
for my
they was
4-year-old.
really out here. Yeah.
I ain't never.
The Santa
Yeah.
tracker
Yeah.
on the computer.
The cookies. We do
Oh,
the
now
cookies.
we do that. We do the cookies and
Yeah.
we do the tracker.
Yeah.
My wife is in all this. Julie
Yeah.
listening right now. She know she ain't gonna let the kids hear this
My
segment
oldest, they hate the idea.
of having to pretend.
My 17-year-old and my
Oh,
13-year-old,
man.
they hate it, but they do it for
For
the
the 4
4-year-old.
Well, yeah, because they
she's
had it.
so happy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's different.
You
At
know,
4,
they
I get
love it.
11,
11, you
12,
done?
it's over. I need Ashlyn
Yeah.
to not be so damn.
You want the kids to be fully bearded
I need her
right now.
I need her to be. Oh my
Drinking
God, Daddy,
coffee.
look what the right. You know what I'm saying? She really into it, and I be looking at her like something wrong with
But
this
that's
one right
the
here.
innocence that you just want to hold.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hold on to that.
I'ma
'Cause
let
once
her
you,
do it,
once you
man.
start doing what the other one doing with the earrings or whatever it is that you don't like,
The
you're gonna
tight
be like,
shirt.
what happened to the elf on the
What
shelf?
happened to-
We're
He
not
gonna
doing
try to
that.
bring
We gotta
Santa up
call-
later.
We got a caller.
But
That's
Santa.
actually who's the caller? Look, caller, you on the line. Who am I speaking to? This is David Arnold.
This is Maria.
Hi, Maria. Where you calling from?
From work right now in Commerce, but
Commerce.
All right, go ahead. What you listening? You got something? You commenting on something that's going that we talking about? What's happening?
I am. I'm commenting on Santa because I ruined Santa in a big way for my daughter.
That you hold on to it for your. How old is your daughter?
She's 13.
Okay, let me explain something to you. It's over. You understand me?
Look, I'm with you. I believe it should be over. So
But she
that's why
believes.
I didn't realize she still believes in Santa.
Really?
Yes. Let her.
Let her.
So,
I guess. All right, that's fine.
No. I
You like
I
no.
ruined it already.
Wait a minute,
I
you ruined
ruined
it.
it
How'd you ruin it? What'd you do? She been listening to this segment,
Because, okay, she's 13.
right?
And, of course, we go back and forth. And as a mother, I get very frustrated.
Right.
So
Oh, no.
we were going back and forth, and she was trying to make a point about Santa.
A
And
point.
how Santa brought the gifts and going on and on.
No.
And
See.
I was talking about Jesus and trying to tell her Jesus is the reason for the season. And
Right.
in
Put it
in
on Jesus.
regular teenage mother fashion, we got into an argument back and forth. And I was like, well, Santa is not real. And I was like,
Oh, you blurted it out. You yelled it out.
I blurted
Crushed
it
the
out.
child.
You wrong.
I
No,
crushed
you wrong
her.
for that.
Wow.
It-
Santa's not
I was
real.
Jesus gonna get you for
I
that
hear that
because
in
he
the
the season. He
background.
coming.
You don't want to give nobody credit for them toys and them gifts
That
you've been
cell phone
working
she
hard.
just bought, that
right.
iPhone.
You bought that $700 cell phone. You ain't giving no credit to no white man with no beard on.
I'm not giving credit to anybody, but I feel bad that I let it out that way.
Yeah,
Sa-
that was
Santa works with Jesus. You can have both.
You can have Santa and
works
Jesus
with
to work together.
Jesus
Now-
like, yo, Santa, I need you to deliver these gifts on my behalf. And Santa was like, cool, man.
I got
He
you.
was like, we're
That'll
going
be
to have to change your name, Chris, to Santa. Boom.
Listen, we appreciate you calling. Thank you so much. Continue to listen. Make sure you follow us on social media, okay? And good luck with the 13-year-old.
Bye, beautiful.
All right, girl.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I faked it.
You-
I faked it for several years.
Wait a minute. You faked?
Believing in
Okay,
Santa.
the voice that you hear now is Cassie.
Cassie Dang. Sorry.
Cassie is running the board.
I just
And
want to say,
she's-
like, some people
No,
fake
I want
it.
you. I want
Fake,
you.
what you mean by fake it?
Like I pretended that I believed in it.
Oh, you fake it to the parents.
For like a good 8 years.
Okay.
Wait, for your parents?
Yeah. Because then
So-
you don't get presents if you don't.
What?
You don't get gifts from Santa if you don't believe in him.
But you
That's
still get
messed up.
gifts.
That's no. She said you don't.
Who said that?
I mean, I guess
in your house.
They lose.
That's
They
what I
lose
believed.
motivation.
Wait, what age did you start faking it?
like 5 or 6.
You
Oh,
knew
wow.
at 5 or 6.
I found evidence in the closet.
Why-
Why
I
were you
saw-
looking? Why were
Because
you
she
looking?
had a suspicion.
It was my parents weren't very good at this,
Right.
Okay.
so
Okay.
and I guess I was smartish.
And
But-
so you lied from 6 to 11.
Yeah, for a good.
So when they finally told you, you went, "This is how long it was gonna take y'all, huh?" Really?
That's
Well-
funny. They had a big reveal too. They was like, "If you could just come in here and have a seat, we have something to tell you." She thinking the parents getting divorced or something. I'm like, nah, Santa's not real, honey.
She like, you
no,
caught?
No, she committed to the
She
fakery.
faked it too.
Yeah, the tear roll.
What about my gifts?
No, the gifts.
That I never knew.
You still gonna get gifts?
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you lying to your kids, they gonna find out. Tony, you know who got a great bit on it is Jay Phillips.
Oh,
Jay
man, he's
Phillips
dope.
got a great bit on when your kids find out that Santa ain't real and they turn and look at you like, really, you been in this lie all this time? You've been lying to me all these years. I can't do it, but listen,
Jay
y'all
Phillips is
Jay
hilarious.
Phillips is dope, man. Y'all listen to the David A. Arnold radio show.
up?
Marcus King presents Dash Comedy. Listen, 310-986-6610. If you guys follow us on social media, we're going to be around. Hang out. We'll be right back, y'all. Peace.